Okay, not the most photogenic person. Uh, did a quick search around, didn't come up with anything, so as always, the topic is Voron. Um, for those that don't know, there are a number of places that you can get Voron kits. You can self source. All of them have one thing in common. Typically, they do not come with printed parts. Makes no real sense to me because if you could print your own 3D parts, you wouldn't need a 3D printer. It's neither here nor there. Typically, they have PIF, which is printed forward, which is a list that you can sign on for with a bunch of the people who have completed Vorons, where they follow set guidelines and produce printed parts to help the community. You can go through Etsy, you can go through eBay. However, when you purchase, you typically get functional parts. And for those that don't know, functional parts, those are the parts that are in use for a Voron to get it going. Gantry parts, hardware mounting parts for the electronics. Uh, well, by example, let's see, how's this thing work? You've got print head parts, gantry parts, LCD mounts, things along that nature. Um, Purchasing parts off of Etsy or eBay, you kind of do at your own risk. But the concept is you purchase the functional parts to get your printer going. And then you use that printer to print the remaining parts for the cosmetics, mounting panels, skirts. Yeah. So there are a few places that you can go to get a complete set of parts. Now, one of the other things typically with a large scale waiting list, particularly with a kit, you go through LDO. You could be waiting for months just to get the hardware to do the thing before you even get the printed parts. PIF or printed forward, they are hit. Myself, I took a quick path, purchased a quick set of parts, and they were, in my opinion, substandard. So I went looking for other parts. However, I didn't really want to do the functional parts. In doing that, you have to get filament that's the exact same filament as the one the functional parts are made for, just in order to match and do the rest of the cosmetics. Um, in comes West3D. Um, West3D actually gives you an option to purchase the functional parts or a complete set. Um, I opted for a complete set. It was very important that you realize these were ordered on I want to say the 14th or the 16th of April. So supply chain issues, they're still applicable. Um, on their website, they don't actually tell you if there's a queue. So you got 8, 9, 10 people order parts in front of you. You don't really have an indication as to how long your wait is, although they do tell you initially 2 to 3 weeks based on whatever. Communication with them was great. Anytime I asked a man a question, in all seriousness, I got a message back within 15 minutes. Just um, a lot of the parts are subletted through other sources. So he, in some instances, he has to communicate to his source and wait for a response. So that can create a delayed response. However, uh, yeah, we are going to open a box because I just got the whole set today. Haven't even opened it. And here is our box. Normally, people are scribbling out addresses and everything. I could care less, to be honest, but I haven't opened it. We're going to do it all from the ground. And of course, I'm doing this with an iPhone, so kind of bear with me. Again, you've got PIF and other sources. You have some suppliers that will actually pair up parts and put them together. I have no idea what's in this box. I haven't opened it, so yeah, we're getting ready to find out. I did ask for a Paramount red, which clearly I've got. And I told them R1 instead of R2, which is current Voron release. Let's sit this up here. I'm going to pull this chair out so we can have a look at this stuff. See my ratty chair? So, I'd like to believe these were done on a Voron, but I've got no real indication as to whether or not that's the case. However, the print quality on these does not seem to be bad. But you got to remember, this is done on a printer. And it's not going to be 100% anyway. However, from what I'm seeing, these are looking pretty good. Because I don't know anybody that wants to build a 3D printer and then rebuild a 3D printer later. Then bear in mind, I'm doing this with an iPhone, so quality is not going to be absolutely the greatest, but the idea is there. I think the substandard set that I got originally was really obvious was with the leg supports. They well, they sucked. So let's see if I can find those in here. I mean, as far as layer lines go, these are, by my standards, they're incredible. Again, I'm doing this with an iPhone, so where are the... Oh, damn, got in here. Where are the think one of the tells with this was the joints for the gantry. So I'm just going to spitballing. Okay. So we bridged. Bridging is always problematic on everything, so that's not really a big to-do. These are these. I hope when I get mine done it does this well. That's an LCD panel. I want to know about these guys. Better yet, probably do it. Oh no, can't go with that. Angles. This is a V6. No. Okay, so there's two of them. So the tell should be how well these go together. And looking at them, they should be, sorry, I'm all over the place here. Pretty damn close. Yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with a complete inventory listing of this thing because I'm gonna have to do a lot of separation. I do have a little bit of a layer line there, but not really sure what that's from. But it's not gonna interfere with the build. Everything else, Angry Idlers. Angry Idler's got a sparkly face. Yeah, this is gonna be nice. But as I said, this was a complete set printed parts kit from West3D. Fellow has a domain, so you can find him easy enough. You also find him in the Voron groups. Or I think it's called a shop application to order through there. This is going to be nice. Anyway, I was brief, kind of quick, but hopefully, if anybody has any questions, hit me up. I'll answer what I can. Anyway, peace.